Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello, Kieran Martian.
So, all right, we're here to talk about the most important thing that happened in sports today. Luka Doncic got fucking traded to the Lakers.
That was wild.
It was fucking wild, and Anthony Davis has gone to the Mavs. Who the fuck would, like, it's just wild. Come out of nowhere on a fucking, for them, it's like Sunday morning.
No,
Fucking
a lot
crazy.
of the Americans were asleep, like the entire East
Yeah.
Coast. So they're going to wake up to that news.
Wake up to that news, and people are going to be pissed.
Yeah.
We talk about sport. I watched sport the other day.
What sport did you watch the other day,
I
Dylan?
watched cricket the other day.
Whoa!
Yeah, did you watch the women's complete the
No, I didn't
whitewash?
I didn't watch the women's. I watched Tassie win.
Oh, the
Oh, good on
Hobart
you.
Hurricanes win the.
Yeah.
That was a crazy innings.
I watched whatever Owens hit.
Yeah, Mitch Owens hit a century, like
Yeah.
one of the fastest ones ever.
Yeah. That was pretty insane.
Mm.
So, I come around when to support local,
Yeah,
No. I do what really I'm the most sporty person you can find, because suddenly when like a team's about to win that relates to my hometown, I'm like in.
yeah,
Bandwagon. The fucking bandwagon.
yeah, bandwagon.
comes in.
Yeah,
Huge
Fucking
bandwagon.
bandwagon.
yeah. He'll be all about those Tassie Devils once they're
I was
actually
going to say,
good.
when they finally
10,
get to the grand
20 years
to the
time.
grand final in 2040, he's there.
Yeah. Until then, don't
He's
care.
there.
But if I hear they're in the grand final, I'm buying tickets.
Should have got you one of their $5 memberships.
Is that a thing they were doing?
They were doing that when they first announced it. I don't know if they've done it again this year, but yeah. When they
How much
first
is a-
announced
how
it,
much
Probably
does
they
a
don't have to
membership
pay
usually
anybody.
cost?
They don't have to pay any players. Why would you?
Well, yeah. How much do you pay for your thing membership?
so last couple of years I've paid like altogether it's like $400 ish around for the
Is
year.
it like tiers though, or like
It's tiered. So this is the thing, right? So we paid like $400 for Dad, for me, and then Dad paid his $400, and then we got access to every home game we could go to, which
you went
works
to
out.
a lot of games. So.
Works out. We go to a lot of games. This year we've upgraded to we had to go on a wait
You weren't
list.
at the top.
We weren't at the top. No, we had to go on a wait list to join what's called the Kennedy Club, which is
Sounds American.
no, what? No,
JFK.
it is
Robert-
JFK.
Robert.
JFK is
Probably
is,
Robert is the most famous Kennedy right now. So
Yeah, that's
unfortunately,
yeah. And so yeah, we joined that. So now I pay, I think it's almost like $800 or $900 a year.
Okay.
But I get access to, I get like really nice, like I get a guaranteed reserve seat. Like this is my seat at every single Hawthorn game. I get access to every single game in Melbourne for Hawthorn, home or away. There's a whole bunch of like rooms.
it's like
that
90% of the games.
Yeah, so it was like 90% of the games for us. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Yash. And then guaranteed access into like a guaranteed seat if we make the grand final.
Did you upgrade because you're like Hawthorn's back?
No, we just thought it was a good idea anyway. We go to enough games. It makes sense.
Mm.
We were already looking at the thing was, I guess, for us last year, what we had as our membership had been slightly downgraded because they kind of had upgraded everybody who had stayed on membership during the pandemic years. And so it got slightly downgraded last year. So we were like sitting in level 4, which isn't the
Heathens.
greatest for like my dad because it's a lot of walking upstairs for him and his back. Like a lot of games he was having to like leave, like start a fourth quarter, like halfway through to start kind of walking back to the car because he was uncomfortable. So we would, we just wanted
or like better seats. Or,
so it's better seats now, better stairs.
they're
But not the
plastic.
quality of seats. It's just they're better positioned.
They're better positioned. No, because no, I actually think the level 2 seats are actually nicer than the level 4 seats. Like just in design, they're better seats. I'm like, maybe that's placebo effect, but
I'm pretty sure they get
probably
sat
placebo.
on less because
probably placebo. But yeah, but the thing is, it's
Richard
nice that you
Butts.
to have a guaranteed seat because like there were a couple games last year we literally sat on like the last row. Like Dusty's 300th game I was sat on the very last row for that game.
like at the very, very top of the MC.
The very, very top of the MCG because that was like 98,000 people were there or some shit. It's I'm excited. I love footy. Footy's exciting. and I don't mind. I actually think memberships are like super good value in Australia because we never dreamed of getting a membership to anything in in England for like the Premiership and stuff, because the Premier League, because fuck, that's expensive.
Well,
Yes.
I mean,
How much is it? Like, what's the
So even like tickets to like this was, so I mean, look at this now. It's inflated now.
give me the pounds to
Chelsea.
euros to dollars, you know?
Okay, so so at the moment prices start at like $100. 120, no, not even dollars, sorry, £120.
Okay.
That's what?
250?
160, I'd almost say, closer to $180 for just the starting ticket.
what's
And
that
like
get you?
English foot, pardon?
What does that get you?
Just that would be like the most entry level seat. That'd be equivalent to like our general admission
Yeah, but for just one game.
for one game. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yes.
That's a ticket for one game.
Mm.
I don't know. I have to look at the membership pricing, but like, it's the thing is, like, English football stadiums are smaller. They're also divided by which side of the stadium you sit on based on which team you support.
Mhm.
Because unlike Australian, where teams fucking intermingle and shit, and people turn up in jerseys that aren't their own, that aren't actually playing, that would start a fight in England. Very much so. People would be like, to the point where security, if they saw you wearing like a different team shirt or something else, they'd come and be like, "Hey, we need to move you for your own safety. You can't be sat here. We need to move you elsewhere into the stadium so you can watch." Because of hooliganism and everything that is English football, and how seriously people take supporting their teams.
Isn't that part of the charm, though?
It is. It is. It's very much part of the charm, but it's just not. It's just kind of it's crazy.
Fair enough. Ash, are you underwater or?
No, I'm here.
Yep.
I'm
Okay,
fine.
cool.
No, it's further north that the
Okay,
flooding.
right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like, what the fuck is Dylan on about?
I
Like,
was like, is there floods or
he's
something?
like-
out there? This is how
I
it's
just,
out of depth.
I'm
I
seeing
am.
lots of headlines. Queensland floods.
yeah, I think
Queensland
I'm pretty sure
floods.
it's like North Queensland, like Cairns or Townsville. From
So you're not
memory.
heavy rain, at least?
It is cloudy.
Okay.
No rain at all at the moment.
Because I just, all day today, I kept saying, Queensland's flooding.
Yes, North Queensland.
It's just
Townsville.
Queensland needs to learn to get its shit together, because like everywhere else in Australia is like, it is fucking burning us alive. We are. It is 40s. It is the worst shit in the world, and then meanwhile in Queensland, like, we're underwater.
Listen, when it
It's
rains here,
very-
it all comes at once.
Mm.
So
He sent some of that water to Los Angeles.
Mm. How dare you, Queenslanders, hog all that water that could be saving Los Angeles? Can't believe it.
we'll ship it across the Pacific Ocean.
I was going to
Why
say
not?
you should
Put some
redirect
tariffs
it.
on that shit. How do we? My question for today was going to be, and
Wait, you were not coming here to talk about sport and sport-related things?
well, no, I was going to make at some point I was going to.
Oh no, Dylan was totally up on the Mavs.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Who
is
the fuck is the Mavs?
Utah trade.
I watched. Well, hold on. I put a pin in. What I was
Sorry,
gonna say.
what? Utah trade? Sorry, roll up
Yeah,
a second.
Utah was the third party.
Was it really? I
Yeah, it
thought
was
it
a
was just
three-team.
between Lakers and Mavs. Okay,
No,
fair
the-
enough.
If you mean Mavericks, I saw Logan
Yeah.
Paul in the Royal Rumble today.
No, that's a Maverick. That's singular,
Oh,
mate. Not
singular.
Not plural. That's
Sorry.
singular.
Yeah.
Anyone
How about
else
that Rumble?
watch any of the highlights or the full Rumble?
Yeah,
I watched the full Royal Rumble. I watched the whole
Yeah,
pay-per-view.
It's very easy on Netflix now.
Yeah, it's like the
It's
only
weird.
pay-per-view that I will watch no matter what every year.
I
even
watched
if I
the Rumble and Mania. I think are the two WWE
Mhm.
events I watched.
Because Rumble's interesting because I'm interested by... The thing is, I will say, biggest letdown that is the last 2 years of Rumbles, the main thing I watch Rumbles for is to like the funny returns or like the interesting returns that come, like especially if I like those legends. Last like 2-3 years, they just don't happen anymore. There's not any like,
No,
old
the
school, like random out of left field fucking The Godfather turning up.
You got
the
Trish
comedy
Stratus.
spots are missing these last few years.
Yeah.
I think that's purely because of the level of talent they've got available.
Can I say, felt a bit flat at the end of this this Royal Rumble. I was
Wow,
like the
no
yeet?
yeet.
I'm not. No, not a year. It's because it felt like they put him in a lose-lose situation where it was like either John Cena goes over and it's predictable as fuck, or like it was like. And I saw a tweet from Cultaholic that made sense, but it was the six of them in the ring where it was. It was like
Logan Paul,
Seth Rollins, CM Punk, John Cena, Roman Reigns, like and Jay, and Jay was like the odd one out in the picture for some whatever fucking reason. And
you would have thought Logan Paul over Jey Uso.
No, like it was because I don't think Jey Uso was in the picture. I think at the time the six of them was the CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman, like it just didn't. He just seemed out of fucking place, and it was just very odd. And to be honest, I feel like their booking's weird then because he just had a title shot like a week or two ago against Gunther, and he's now won the Royal Rumble to have that title shot again at Mania.
He could use it against Cody, you know?
No, he's already come out in an interview afterwards and said it's going against Gunther.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure I watched the press conference. It's like, I'm looking at both, you know?
No, because then there was a thing where I'm going to be your next world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, that's what he said exactly straight after the match, but at the press conference later.
Okay, fair
Probably
enough.
someone said, hey,
I don't know. It'd be weird. Yeah, but that's the derail, so it isn't. Like, I don't see him going as Cody. I think it's more interesting with Cody because it's like you now go into Elimination Chamber and like Chamber's going to be like
stacked.
Cena, CM Punk, Reigns, Seth Rollins, maybe like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And then that's kind of a stacked chamber. Like I would be interested. I would watch that chamber. The chamber's kind of dope. But yeah, I think to me, I actually think the women's Rumble in a lot of ways was better until Charlotte Flair won.
I think the women's Royal, the women's Rumble was 10 times better. I thought as a thing.
I think it has been the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Every year it's sort of the better one. But I think watching them, I was like, man, the women's one shat all over this. Other than Charlotte winning, which was shit. But
it was predictable, but
very predictable.
I will say that even though okay, this is a double-edged sword because I both like this and I hate this. I like how they hid the Alexa Bliss return because all the dirt sheets and all of everybody.
Incorrect. Sean Ross had
did he? I did not. Okay. Everywhere else I'd read had said that they were far apart still on the deal.
I only read Fightful because they only post good.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'd seen just in passing while scrolling through social medias. But that's good that they hit it, blah, blah, blah. It was a real surprise.
Wait, do you want to hear the crazy conspiracy theory around that?
What is?
They reckon they planted the stories about Alexa Bliss so they could say on the show, don't believe what you read in the dirt sheets.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
With the lawsuit stuff with Vince coming out this week.
Well, this is the thing, right? Well, okay, I hadn't thought about that. But just like
that
the smarminess.
That's a legal document.
That's the smarminess of Michael Cole to be like, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Haha, not them dirt. And I was like, that's kind of fucking. Just be happy you got one over, that you managed to hide something, that it was a good surprise and a great pop for the audience. Will say though, this is a statement I have now. This era of WWE, better wrestling. Like it's getting better at wrestling. The storytelling's getting better. Worst era for theme music in my entire I have ever watched in wrestling. Because you should, and you could tell by watching the crowd, right? You should
who the
know.
Fuck is this?
Yeah, you should know. You should know instantly who somebody is by the first couple of seconds, couple of notes of their theme music. Yeah, exactly, right? 2 seconds.
Especially when they've got that the screen setups. Yeah. Where you can't see the names or whatever.
Yeah, and so that's the thing, right? So you could even tell by the audience. The audience were like, who the fuck's this? Are we excited about this? Oh, it's this person. Yes. Which makes it even worse if you're somebody they're not excited about, because there's the broke and then it just continues to be broke silence. And it's like, ugh. So yeah, I think it's Def Rebel is currently who produces their music and stuff.
I think they've just got the sack.
Oh, they've just got the sack.
They're in the process of
bad. And I'm so glad AJ Styles got his original WWE theme back.
I feel like he came back, got injured, and that's why he's like, it's fucking jinxed. I'm not coming out to that music again.
Potentially. But yeah, like it was an okay Rumble. It was all right. It was pretty big. I liked the Ice Road Speed spot. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
I think he died.
Pardon?
I think he died.
You should see there's a video on Logan Paul's social media. I wouldn't go there. He's a terrible human being. But if you see it shared at another website,
if somebody shares,
if somebody else shares it, watch it. There's like a massive chunk out of Ice Show Speed's leg where he got thrown over the announce table and just ripped the skin off his leg.
Call it fake again.
The thing is, funny, right? Normally I'm like, oh, Rumble's a great spot. I just want like Bron Breakker against like Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns, like a whole heap of people that I'm just like, Bron Breakker would be great in anything. I think he's really.
I mean, Royal Rumble for its whole life has been like sort of it's a center place for like setting up rivalries, so
or teasing,
sort of the teasing, yeah,
testing the waters of like.
I was a little thin. I think I was very sad at how they treated Joe Hendry.
That was I'll tell you what though, that song started, the crowd went off. They knew that.
Oh, 100%. Because that song's over. Joe Hendry's done a really fucking good job.
Well, I mean, that's the secret. You start your theme song off with like some sort of catchphrase or something that you know straight away.
That was the best lower third they had, where it felt like they were having fun, like AEW does sometimes, where it like the lower third said, "Say his name and he will come" or some shit like that. I was like, oh, that's having fun.
Yeah. And it's like I feel like they're treating him kind of crappy. He didn't have the best showing. Also, like this is once again as much like the rule of if you set something up, you're going to get put through it. AKA Kevin Owens, if you set up a ladder, you're going through that ladder later on in the match. But also, I've added a new rule to that one. If you Irish whip Roman Reigns into the ropes, you're about to get speared. You are giving him the momentum to spear you, because I watched it happen like 4 times in a row.
He comes into the ring and it was like spear. I was like, oh, this is why I don't like Roman Reigns. I remember now. Sorry, I forgot for a second why I don't like Roman Reigns. Spear. Fucking do anything else. Fucking hell.
But yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm glad CM Punk got eliminated by Logan Paul.
Yeah, good.
It's funny. It was alright. It was good. It's very funny watching. Like Netflix does make it super convenient to watch.
The funniest thing to me is when they cut away to those wides for the ads, and Netflix doesn't have the pop-up sponsor thing, but they'll start talking about them still too. Like that's usually where the big like 3D graphic pops up and says like sponsored by beer, whatever, you know, like some shit, and they'll be like, yeah, we love beer. I'm like, I didn't see the thing.
The funniest thing to me was obviously they did all the things where they went to see it's like people in the crowd, like the Hall of Famers and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And they had Stephen Amell come up. Yeah. And like Stephen Amell from Code 8 on Netflix.
Like, of all things.
Especially when the Suits LA is about to launch on Peacock, the service they're airing it on in America.
Netflix has the bigger pool.
I guess so.
Netflix is more important.
He can out the last days on Peacock, I guess.
Yeah. So that was funny. But yeah, I mean, when Kevin Owens went down, I was like, man, that looked rough on his head. And then saw Nick Aldis throw up the X. I was like, oh, maybe he's actually dead. But...
most likely. Also,
yeah. Apparently, Cody's not great either. Apparently, he's injured as well. So whether that's working,
they both were just
they took very hard bumps.
That was ridiculous crazy.
Bumps. Yeah. I will also say, starting off the Rumble with Rey Mysterio and Penta, I was like, solid choice.
Penta did shit.
Choice. Penta was horrible though.
Yeah,
the amount of botches Penta did throughout the early match, I was like, ugh.
I don't know what training they did, and I'm gonna hope they did some, because obviously, as good as he is, and like he's great, it's still like obviously
there's an art to holding those ropes.
There's an art to holding those ropes, yeah. And my dude was 2 feet down. You know. He said, "Zero fear, I will touch the ground." You know, like
I have no fear that these umpires will notice.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like I think Braun was supposed to catch somebody and missed, and I can't remember who it was, but somebody just got planted into the ground, very badly. It was not good.
There was a few. Yeah, the men's one was rough. I felt the women's one. I don't recall ever being like, oh.
There was some stuff like Nia Jax and B-Fab and
but that's just Nia Jax. Like,
Nia Jax and B-Fab right there is a problem. And then Charlotte being Charlotte, I was like, oh, here you are again. Okay. I will say though, I hope they go Charlotte versus
Tiffy.
If those motherfuckers go Charlotte versus Rhea again, fuck my life, you fucking imbeciles.
Third time in a lifetime. It's the decider.
So fucking boring. But yeah, it was alright. That was good. Tag match was decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, tag match.
It was what was required,
Yeah. It was definitely like, I would say it's nowhere close to any of the best 2 out of 3 falls matches I've ever seen. But I mean, yeah, at least it was fast paced. So, yeah, no, that was good. The Netflix thing still just weirds me out because it's like I knew it was on, so like I open up Netflix to start it, and there it is, like like smack bang top banner ready to go. You click into it because I hadn't clicked on any WWE stuff since it came to Netflix, and then like it just took me into that that thing where it's like 3 minutes till starting and counted down. I'm like, this all seems good. Like I don't think I've watched any Netflix live event things.
No, it was the first one I'd watched.
Yeah,
I watched the Netflix debut because I was at home. So
the what one? Oh, the
Raw debut.
Raw debut. That's it. Yeah.
Where they booed Hulk out of the arena.
Yeah, that was fun.
Good shit.
Good shit.
Good shit.
No? You think Americans aren't great, but sometimes.
No, Americans aren't great. I'm sorry.
But speaking of booed, did you see the story about over in the ice hockey in Canada?
No.
So I don't know, one of the Canadian teams were playing it. Yeah, one of the Canadian teams was playing one of the American teams.
Okay.
So as part of the tradition, they do in Canada. So they sing the Canadian national anthem.
Yeah.
And they started doing the American national anthem.
Yeah.
The Canadian crowd booed because they just introduced all the tariffs.
Look, you've really fucked up if Canada starts actually booing you. You've really done goofed.
I'm really waiting because it's in the news today, the tariffs stuff. So, like it's implemented or whatever now. I'm just really I want to be a fly in the wall in a lot of people's homes when they realize it doesn't work the way that they think it does, and how I want to be there the day they find out when they go to buy. They go to buy some fucking, like, I don't know, some shit that they usually get from Mexico or whatever. And they're like, why has this gone up $5 at the supermarket? Like,
the crazy one I think is going to be electricity bills. Because America gets most of their electricity from Canada.
Do they?
Yeah. Like a good portion of their electricity generation is from Canada.
Because they hate wind.
That's all right, because we're going to drill, baby, drill.
We're going to go to the Gulf of America. Yeah, I mean, look, to be fair, though, the other thing in the news at the moment is that old mate Peter Dutton. So we'll find out if Australia wants their own version of if we're going to join because if we vote in Peter Dutton, I don't know how much we can laugh at America because I'm like, well, we're just as bad.
Look, we've just been as bad the entire time. We've been as bad for years. We voted Scott Morrison in.
And I'm not saying the thing is, even if Labor won, I'd be like, they're shit too. But then
dodged a bullet.
But yeah, it's still not as near as good. But the thing is, like, I was reading on ABC today, Peter Dutton, there was some story where he's like, I'm gonna fucking like change all the what did he say? Like something about like I'm gonna fucking cut all wasteful spending. And then someone was like, all right, what's that entail? Like what are you gonna cut money out of that you consider wasteful spending? He's like, I'll tell you after I'm elected. I'm like, that's not how elections usually work, my dude. Like you usually say what your policy is.
Yeah.
People go from
Be
there.
brave. State the facts.
Yeah. I did see a funny TikTok this week though, where someone saw Dutton on the plane and they walked up to him and said, "Hey, how you going?" He said, "Yeah, what do you want?" And then go, "I loved you in Harry Potter." That was a good bit. Appreciate that. Yeah. Good stuff.
I mean, it's better than being told "loved you" in Toy Story.
Yeah,
Mr. Potato Head. Yeah,
Mr. Potato Head. Yeah. I have to bring that shirt back out. I got my Peter Dutton Mr. Potato Head t-shirt from a couple of years back. I have to whip that bad boy back out. Same website that Grace Tame got her shirt that made the rounds last weekend. the
David Milner shirt
one. Yeah, fuck the Murdochs one.
Yeah.
Which I have stickers of, but not a t-shirt. So
pretty crazy to like go to Australia. Like, good on her, but like, it's bold to do it like at Australia Day, like
I love
ceremonies.
It. She's great. I love it. She's never. I mean, she literally. I mean, do you think she's going to pull punches when she went to accept her Australia Day award and then like pulled the biggest "fuck you"? I'm going to stand 2 meters away
stank
from
face,
Scott Morrison thing. Yeah, stank face. Like she doesn't give a fuck. Why should she? Yeah, cool. Anyway, I think that's everything happening in the world: politics, wrestling, sport. Yeah, we're basically the
important stuff.
Yeah, with all the important stuff. Let's record Arcade Couch, where we will talk about the other important things: video games.